I'm going to.
Okay, so thanks everyone for jumping on tonight and taking time out of your evening to hop onto our team call. So I really just wanted to kind of get some, see if anyone has, start with questions. And I know normally we don't do that, and we wait to the end to do that. But is there anything that's really pressing? Like what do you guys want most out of your business right now that you feel like you're stuck in? And we can start from there.
Alexis, I'm going to unmute real quick. Let me go in here. Can you just share for me? I know Hillary briefly discussed this, but can you just share with me how I can help everybody get their product for free?
Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's see. I have a video on it and it's super short. Would you guys want to watch it? And it's like a shared screen.
Yeah, put it on.
That would
be really helpful.
Yeah. So, and I haven't watched it in a while, so it'll be good for us to just all watch it. Hang on, let me send it to myself. And if you guys have any other questions right now while you're waiting, go ahead and type them in the chat box so we can get back to them and you don't forget.
Oh my God. Where's the chat?
Okay, 503-758. Okay, it's coming.
I mean, Tiffany, I think that with that process, a lot of it could start with helping them getting their product for free. Wait, I can't hear myself because
we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, a lot of that would start with helping them getting their product for free, because if they can do that, that's already like 2 customers you're able to help them sort of get, and then they can understand like if they were able to do that process, then maybe they would be able to do it as a business also.
Okay, real quick. So when they're customers and they refer to people, is that that's like 100 Prove It bucks, right? Is that correct? Am I understanding that right? Anyone?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't know that.
Okay, do you want to, let's watch this video and then we can kind of clarify anything. I have it right here. Okay, share screen. Okay, Google Chrome, share screen. Can you guys see my screen right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 4 minutes and 41 seconds.
Download the PDF guide. So we're going to click on that so we can see how easy it is to get the product. Let's scroll down. It says new friendship plus 2 customers on friendship equals free product the next month. And every month after that, provided your customers save on friendship. Simple, right? Exit out of this menu so we have a set of friendship. Now scroll down. Friendship. You guys said yes or no. If it says no, let's go ahead and set it up. So we're here to take a shot, and we're going to decide what you would like to return every month. And again, you can customize and change and so let's go ahead and go fill max touch, and you can see that it was added to your cart right there. All right. So everything starts with friendship out. And then fall into the next friend. And you're going to see that it says weird for return. Check that box.
I can't hear this.
You know that you can cancel and pause your friendship anytime and click on the button. So
I can't hear it either.
No, no one can hear it? Can you guys hear it?
I can hear.
To your shipping and payment.
Can you hear it now?
You're going to continue on this screen to set up your smart ship if you have not done so. But for this tutorial, I'm not going to enter my personal information, so we're just going to go back to the home page. And if you have smart ship set up, that no is going to turn to a green yes. And once that is a green yes, you can go ahead and share your link. So over here under the share, you're going to find your link. We're going to use the drop down menu to go to Shop Keto. That's going to be the link to your shop directly. And you can see your link is right there. You can go ahead and copy it. And then you're ready to share. You can also open that link and see where that link takes your customers to. And that's going to take them directly to your shop. And this is what they're going to see when you send them that link. So from this screen, they can choose what product they want to order for today as well as smart chips. So let's go ahead and choose that. So this cacao, since it's just now released, 20 servings, make sure it's caffeine free or charged. And we want to make sure that they're setting up today and smart ship. So they get product shipped as soon as it's available. And they are also set up for smart ship. So there you go. Once they're set up for smart ship, they also get a 10% discount. So it's a good way for people to save money also. So that is how your customers would go ahead and place their orders. So there we go. Next, let's cover the order history. So once you have an order placed, you're going to go to managing order history, and all your orders are going to populate on here. You're going to be able to see the shipping status, and you're going to see the tracking number. You're going to be able to track your order. Okay, under rewards, you're going to see how close you are to getting free products. So the requirements are 2 customers on smart ship as well as an active smart ship for yourself. So you can track your progress here and see how close you are to getting free product. All right, next, I'm going to show you how easy it is to customize your unique link. So we're going to go to your name and click on settings. This is where it's going to be general information, make sure everything is up to date. And once that is all done, go ahead and click on refer code. You're going to see that you have an automated one given to you. If you want to go ahead and edit that, click edit. Type in whatever you want, something that's easy to remember perhaps. And then it's going to tell you at the bottom if it's available or not. Make sure you choose something that's available and then save the changes. So that one's available, so we'll go ahead and save. And there you go. You have a new link now to share with your customers if you wanted to customize it, which is totally optional. So let's check. Okay, so it looks like the old code is still there. So we're going to refresh the page, and there you go. It's changed. So now you can see that the code has been changed. You can copy that and share that with your friends and family. All right. That's it.
Okay. So does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So if you sent me that video, would I be able to send that out to people, and would they be able to make that duplicable for themselves, or would I have to recreate that video for myself with my link?
I've been sending them that video. So you don't need to like customize anything.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Alexis, could you send me that video so I could send it out to every single one of my customers to help them get their product for free?
Yeah, will you put it in the group, Alexis?
I am, yeah. Okay, so I'll put it in the group chat and let's see. So, okay, Tiffany says, how do we go about encouraging customers who we know would make great promoters to take that next step? So really you just have to ask them if they've ever considered promoting with Prüver. And then what I would do is just revisit the benefits. So Hillary talked about, if you're one of the moderators in the Keto Experiencer group, that to be sending them a photo of like all the benefits of KetoBawse and then asking them like, how are you feeling? And then they see the list and then they can kind of like piggyback off of one of those or all of them or whatever. So I would revisit the benefits, ask them if they've thought about promoting, and then have a little conversation with them back and forth, and then invite them to one of the Prüver like opportunity calls, the Zoom calls that they host from the website. And you can find that in your back office. And if they can't make the live one, that same link will link them to the recording so they can really tune in at any time and watch it. And those calls are very motivating, inspiring. They're very simple. it'll give your customer like a taste of the culture and the company. I've sent that to a lot of customers who then were like, okay, I'm in. And they didn't even want to know like all the details, right? So I try to lead with that instead of like facts on like, you know, how network marketing works or like GoPro. Like I don't talk about that at first. I just want to get them emotionally like excited. And then if they don't want to, they don't want to, right? So let's see. Does that help, Tiffany? Okay. So Cami says, what's the best way to approach someone who shuts you down right away and they find out you want them to spend money? So yeah, that happens to me a lot. And really, I think a couple of things. One thing, there's like two different answers that could go with this. But one thing that I've been noticing in my network marketing career is sometimes I get so like connected or like clingy to like the like 200 group, like the 200 count of people I've been having conversations with. So I think really I would just, someone gave me some business advice not too long ago and they were like, you don't want everyone to be your customer as an entrepreneur, right? Because even if they're not a promoter, our customers are, and take this with a grain of salt, but like our customers are representing the company and they're representing our business. So if someone just like shuts you down right away because they don't want to spend money, I would just like open up your mind to like finding those kind of women or men that are maybe playing at the level that you are in terms of like their health. And so maybe just looking for a different niche of people. And that'll make you feel really abundant in your business. Even if you get no's from those people, you kind of have a better chance. So I don't like to assume anyone's financial situation, but I do like, you know, I at one point I was just like messaging and following up with all like my broke friends I went to high school with. And then I had to like push myself to like find new connections on social media. If they kept saying no and kept like not wanting to spend money and kept thinking I was just like an MLM girl who just wanted them to buy stuff. And then keep dripping on them. So Curtis, and I mean, everyone talks about this often, but just like take the time to like, not to like convince them and like try to get them to buy something, like literally drop all of those intentions and just out of the blue, send them something that has nothing to do with your business, that you think that they would really enjoy, whether it's like a TED talk about something or like an article or a really cool, like recipe, you know, maybe they post about food all the time, or maybe ask them a question if they're like an expert in a certain field. Ask them a question, you know, ask for their help in something. And to me, that really helps like make the connection warmer. And then people realize like you really are a good person.
Yeah.
So.
I think that's good. I also think if you're talking to people and they are interested, and like the key for us, because like what I've been telling people to sort of say about our group to change it a little bit is telling people you have a group that offers like keto recipes, workouts, and like advice along with the product. So if they're interested in maybe the diet or some workouts right now, but they're not ready to commit, like still add them, tag them in that video. But they can sit in that group and watch all these transformations and stuff that's happening. And you never know if like by watching someone else's transformation that they relate to more than you will make them want to buy. Like, so it's a really good place to like sneakily have people in while they're kind of like, does it mean everyone that you put in is going to decide that they want to buy from you? But it increases the chances if they're like one trying to change like their lifestyle or get into more health, if like different people they're constantly seeing on social media are, and they're in that community. So yeah, I encourage that also.
Yeah, that helps a lot because it's like you have something more to offer them than like the product is the best thing that you could offer them. But if they don't see that yet, like let them hang out with us, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that that's like sort of the thing. And especially just like getting to meet, I feel like in our group, especially there's a lot of random people in there and I know they're just customers and they'll like talk within it. And like, they're not building it as a business. So, I think that's a really good place to put people if they, shut you down. But I think the thing is that they shut you down in like a way, like when you're phrasing it, like you have to make sure that you make sure that they come off thinking that this group is going to benefit them. So like, you can't just, if they're like, no, I'm not interested in any MLM, whatever thing, you can't make it like about you for them joining a group. You have to be like, if they're telling you how they want to lose weight, or if they want to get more fit, or like if they just want to be around better people, then you have to like pump it up and be like, oh my God, I'm part of this really amazing group that like offers all these things. I think it could help you. I think it could help you get in better shape, or you like with your weight loss thing, or you just get in a better mindset every single day. So
Yay.
Hillary,
yeah.
I have to just jump in and say that this ATM is genius.
Yeah. So I know it's been really working for you. Yeah. If you could share it with people, because I know you've been doing it since we talked about it last week. You've been doing it a lot.
I just have to say that random people have just been reaching out, and every day my inbox is blowing up because of the fact that people that I am putting in the group, and even though they're not yet becoming customers, they're reaching out to me and saying, I want more. And I'm getting on the phone with them and giving them more information. And they're going to become customers. And they are going back and they're watching the video. And
Yeah.
I'm going back and now connecting with them and jumping on the phone with them. And they're intrigued, and they are wanting more information. So it is absolutely working. It's genius.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, I agree.
you have to gain permission, and then you have to tag them, and then you have to do the follow-up.
Yeah, that's also the most important thing, like what Minnie's saying, for them to be in customers. It's still like following up, and it's not just like following up like, oh, do you want this still? Like first you have to make sure they watch the video, but if not, then it's like sort of what Alexis said, is like just doing things that you're asking about their life, or asking that, or you're building that sort of like relationship up. But it really does make it a lot easier. And like, especially the group like today, most people in network marketing don't follow up. So today I sold a 5-day to someone who someone else like a few months ago showed her the video, but they never followed up with her. So I like met her on Instagram. I tagged her in it, and she was like, oh yeah, like I heard about this once and I never heard about it again. And so Alexis, talk about ATM again, I decided. But just really following up with people and really adding them to the group. So Alexis right now is just going to talk about the process of basically how to like what to say to add them to the group in case you missed this last week or the last couple weeks, how to tag them, and then what to message them after.
Okay. So yeah, I'll cover all of that. And so I really want to encourage everyone on the team that's on this call, and all of you are leaders here, especially like since you're showing up, that just shows that you are a real leader. So I want to encourage everyone just from like here on out to work smarter and just kind of like challenge yourself. And for me in my business, whenever I had someone say like, okay, we're amping things up, we're going to do more. And like, so that's what this ATM method can help you do. And so one thing that like Lawrence always says to me is like, that's money you're leaving on the table, or, you're leaving money on the table. And it's so true. And what we mean by that is that the business is always there. Like there are so many people, there's 8 billion people on this planet. So if you're not satisfied with how much money you're making, or like how many lives you're touching, or the abundance in your business, then you just need to work more. That doesn't mean like 24/7, but it means doing this. And so what this is, and this is a training that Hillary got from a rank 10, a girl who went rank 10, like super quick, right?
Yeah, and she never did network marketing before.
Yeah, so has no network marketing experience. And so it's called ATM. And so
she did ATM someone else's. She got adding the 5 days. She said the experience part. That's what she did. So
okay, yeah. So anyway, so the ATM is from another very successful person in the business. But so what it stands for is ask, tag, and then message. So what we're doing is we're individually messaging people, whether you've built a small convo, maybe they commented on a post, maybe they're your BFF and you ask them what they know about ketones or ketosis. After that, you've already asked that question or started the conversation about ketones, then you do ask. And so you say, that's the question. That's the ask part, is what do you know about ketones or ketosis? Or how long have you been doing keto diet? Do you know anything about exogenous ketones? And then the second part is tag. So you ask them, right? If, the same, if I will you. So if I tag you in a quick video that explains ketones, will you watch it? So that's the question. And then you make sure you get a yes. We're not adding people to the group and in mass levels and tagging them, because that's spamming. And I would hate anyone that did that to me. So you're asking for their permission, getting them into the group. So you're adding them to the group. And then at the top of the group is the pinned post. And you can't see it unless you click pinned post. So you tap that and it's just the campfire video. So what we're doing now is we're tagging that new person and we're saying, welcome, Courtney. So glad you're here. Shoot me a thumbs up when you've watched this, or let me know when you've watched this. So they're in the group. They get to see all the action going on in the community. And then the M part of ATM is you message them. So that's the follow-up. So you just shoot them a message and be like, hey, girl, what did you like most about the video? Or did you get a chance to watch the video? So that method is really just letting us accelerate the process and get more people to watch the video and be in the community. And then, after you follow up with them and you ask them what they like about it, and then I've been using a new script, and let me read it real quick. It's from this girl who went rank 5 this week, and this is her first month. So she's been a promoter in all of October, and she just went rank 5 this month, so she's doing well. So after someone says I like the fact that you'll have more energy and lose weight, what I've been doing is I just go, okay, so you have options. I have 5-day experience packs for $35, 10-day experience packs for $60, or you can purchase through their website and get 15 for $85. When you buy through the website, you get a full money back guarantee. So it's totally up to you, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Which would you prefer? So I've been sending that, and then people are usually like, well, what do you think I should get? And I usually am like, you should do the 10-day experience because it'll last 12 to 15 days since you only need half a serving, and you get a variety of the flavors. And then once they purchase a 5 or a 10-day experience, ask them to post on their Facebook, yay, I'm so excited for my 5-day experience, or I'm so excited for my 10-day experience to get here. And then that way you can get referrals, or they can get free product, right? If they ordered off the website, they can use those people as leads so they can earn their product. Because I know that's a big thing for people who want to continue it, but maybe don't want to spend the money. And then...
Wait, and that, remember to tag, you're supposed to tag the promoter in that so they can see. Okay, yeah. So tag them, yeah. So have them, so if I sold one to my friend Jeff, so Jeff on his wall would be like, thanks so much, Alexis Olson, for the 5-day experience. And then, yeah, or they could say, I just got my 5-day experience. I'm so excited, and tag Alexis, in the comments. And then people commenting, what's this experience? What's this? And then he would start a 3-way chat with all of you guys saying, hey, Doug, this is my friend Alexis, and I'm doing this 5-day challenge. Alexis, show the video, send the video about it, and she would send it. Yeah. So having that, and then today what I did to get someone to do it, because she was saying about the price, and I told her, if you get a friend to do it with you, then you could get $5 off your experience. And so then she was like, oh, I want $5 off, and she went and found a friend. So now I'm still waiting for the friend to pay, but still, now she's talking to somebody else about it. So that part works really well, especially if someone's wanting to do it as a challenge, getting a friend to do a challenge with you, whether it's a fitness challenge or just to feel better, brain fog challenge or whatever. So yeah, I like that.
Alexis, can you post that script in the group?
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll post all of this. We'll do like a team wrap up call. Or if someone wants to like post their 3 takeaways from this call, we can do that in the team page. That way everyone else in our groups gets this info. But yeah, so what I would, since we all know experiences, 5 and 10 day experiences are the lifeline of our business. So we're always going to be selling 5 and 10 days. But we also want the volume for our website. So this method can accelerate. Like, what did your person say? She like sold 3 times the amount.
I don't know the exact amount. I just know she went to rank 10 in 3 months.
Okay. Yeah. So that's like a crazy amount. She basically like tripled the work that she was doing or that we've been doing just by like having people post on their wall and starting freeway combos.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a very easy thing that we can all do to just like take, the team to the next level.
Because even for me today, when I did it, like I talked to 2 people today from one random person I'm out of line at the same time. Like I didn't know that person, but she wanted $5 off. So she was willing to go get her friend. And a lot of people want to say, a lot of people will be incentivized if they think that they can save money on a sale. So it's a $5 off that, or later on, if they're already your customers and you ask them to write that so they can get their product for free, especially if they really like it. Like people don't think about it. Like how many of you guys like it that you're not paying for your product to come to your house? Like I like that. I always want to save money on everything. So like if you already have customers, they're going to want to get free stuff that they like, especially because it comes in packs of 20. So it's like, maybe they want to get free 1 box and they only have to pay for another. Instead of spending like almost $300 a month, they'd only be spending $130. So it really just comes down like sort of, we talked about this before. And like Heather's really good at this. It's really just as how many people you're getting in front of that video, like how many people you're getting with and following up. And so if you guys haven't watched her training on the 5 and 10 days, I would really go ahead and watch it. But it's just like whether or not you do it. And I was listening to a network marketing training and they were basically saying, if you spend an hour a day, like serious hour where you're prospecting and you're legit like prospecting, getting that video out for the whole hour, you should have a $50,000 business in a year. Like at least, but like you have to actually spend an hour a day. It's not like, oh, I spent 10 minutes. I just like sort of told one person about it. And I think a lot of it is just going to help out. And I think for me, I've been really wanting to get into Instagram and stuff lately because like a lot like you also like, I'm sort of running out of a warm market. So it's like wanting to develop more of like leads from cold sources. And if you like, I'm not saying everyone's doing Instagram, but like if you want to make friends with different people on Facebook and just start like creating those relationships, and especially with this because the food and keto diet so popular now, like comment on people's food posts and what they're posting and stuff. Like especially if everyone's trying to put like healthier stuff, comment on it and talk to them and then ask them if they know anything about ketones or exogenous ketones, because they'll probably like, if they're posting a picture of like a hamburger with like a lettuce wrap, they're probably trying to cut down on carbs anyways. So that's like a really good opportunity to like start a conversation with them and see maybe if you could help them on their process.
Yay.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then as far as like in my head, I'm like next level. Like that's like what's on my mind. So like these little things will help you do that. And then if I know we don't really talk about recruiting promoters a lot, but an idea that I had, it's really is a mindset thing, right? Where your focus goes is where your energy is going to flow. So I think it's also important to just have the intention of surrounding yourself with higher caliber people in real life on social media, and interacting with them, and people who are already like somewhat influencing, whether it's on their, Facebook, whether they have a business or not, doing that and just like sharing about your business and the benefits of the benefits, so not just being generic and like, oh, join my team, work from home. Like we've all heard that, right? So it needs to be like a unique story. Like for me right now in my life, mine is like, financial independence to be able to like move where I want to go as I'm going through life transition and like gypsy life, right? Not like, join my, not like advertising stuff, just like my story and why that's important to me and why I've wanted that for so long and what my life was when I was like stuck and didn't have that. So yeah, I think as far as like a team, like setting those intentions for wanting to find those types of people, to keep growing and keep our tribe getting bigger with fun people.
Yeah, I mean, we hope really, I think that maybe next month, the beginning of the month, we can spend a little bit more time diving in. And so sort of what Alexis is saying is, so like for you to figure out each of like what your benefit behind the benefit is, so that you can start sharing that story. And we did a training on how to share story posts, but I think so much sometimes in network marketing, it gets a little bit focused on like, and we kind of go on the calls, like we do a little bit like what steps A, B, and C to like be making money, but really getting and understanding your motivation and like the reason that you personally want to do it and why you find value in this business and value in this team will really help you like sort of then start attracting other people who are looking for the same things, whether it's to like do the business also, or just like wanting to get into a healthier lifestyle. And you never know like who you're going to meet and like what kind of influence like they have. So I sold a 10-day to my like Uber driver on the way to the airport on the way to Indiana. And so he messaged me today being like, you were so nice and my daughter works in this and my other daughter works in that. And if I like the product, I'll tell them about it. And it's really not that I was like looking for him to do anything, but like because like I set this intention that I like want to attract people who I would like to help, but also would like to help me. I'm like giving and receiving that energy. So I think that like what Alexis is saying, it's just like really coming in tune. And if you guys want like a mindset training on how to do that, we can start scheduling those at the beginnings of like every month, maybe, to like help everyone sort of reach that higher level. Because really, I do believe that's like at the core. It's just at the end. So we really wanted to like help everybody
That's
go
so
through
huge,
what we're
Hillary.
doing. Yeah. So we can start implementing those at the beginnings of the month. But since it's the end of the month, we just wanted to go over some things that like can help you close this month stronger, like strong. So, yeah. So I think that
Awesome.
everyone that's doing it, really just implementing and just all those 10 and 5 days that you have out, like really following up, seeing if they like want to continue to like buy it and like get on your auto ship. And if they're not ready, like you could always sell them another 5 or a 10-day. Like I'm not against that. Like I've done that because maybe they really like it, but they just don't feel like they have the money right now. So, yeah. I don't know if anyone has any questions or I know Rachel, you were asking questions about hosting an event. I don't know if you still wanted to go over that, but Mindy, didn't you have a lot of success when you ATM people like at your event that you hosted?
Oh my God, yeah. I'm still following up with people. I sold a whole family, 3 of them, 3 experience packs, and actually they hated the raspberry lemonade, so I'm serving them, and I'm gonna go swap out the raspberry lemonade and serve them and go give them chocolate because that's their favorite flavor. They're actually a very influential family here in Freehold, and they'll all become customers. And you know, I'm just serving them to the highest level. But other people that I met through the event, just following through with them, and that ATM method is just genius because everybody that I'm adding into the event, into the group, I'm just following up with them, and you know, slowly they're all trickling in.
Yeah.
And Even, you know, people that I've added in a couple weeks ago are just messaging me back, and I'm generating and getting on the phone and just having these beautiful conversations.
Yeah,
Like
I think
today
that,
I got on the phone with this woman that I'll be attending UPW with, and we had a conversation at 2:30 today. She asked me about the product, and I said the best way for you to understand is to go back, watch the video. She called me right before Nicholas's meet, and I said, I have 5 minutes to talk. She had watched the video. She's like, I have 3 questions. She's like, I love the video. She's like, you know, I have 1, 2, 3 questions, and she will become a customer like tomorrow, the next day, or Saturday. Like, she's
yeah.
amazing.
So what Mindy's doing, what I think it's like something that I sort of have trouble with, but I also heard this from someone else who's like kind of a similar story to what Alexis is saying. So she's like a rank 4 and she's been in the business a month, and she's generating like 2 customers a day online. So I was like asking her what she was doing. And so I think the biggest thing is when you're talking to people and they are excited, assume, like she says, she assumes the friendship. So it's kind of like when you're asking someone what's their favorite thing about the video and then they tell you, then it's like repeat back to them what they say and assume that they're interested in wanting to buy and like asking them. And so if they're not ready right now, then it's like it's not like, oh my God, they said no to me. It's just like, okay, right now is a good time. And then tell them like, okay, well, cool. Well, feel free, like ask me any questions you have. And like, I hope you enjoy this group. Like I'll tag you in some posts that I think you'd be really interested in, you know? And so I think that when you're talking to people, just assume, because like finding value in what you have and assuming that like people are going to find value in it also. Like I think so many times we're taught to see like whether or not like the sale is going to go away because like it depends on what they're going to say, but really people respond to you. So if you like come with the approach that like this is so amazing and you assume like you're just like they're going to be a customer, like this is going to go well, like it's going to come back in your favor. I don't know if Alexa.
This woman is, just to interject, is a psychotherapist, and after she watched the video, she had to go see clients for the rest of the night, and she, you know, just was going to be busy for the rest of the evening. So we just said we'd reconnect tomorrow or the next day. So she loved what she saw. It fits into her lifestyle. She's vegan, and you know, she will become a customer.
Yeah, see, but that's good. I don't know, Alexis, if you have a lot of good experience with that. Like, I feel like you're pretty good at that when you're communicating with people.
Yeah, I was actually taking notes of everything you were writing, because I think one of the questions I get asked the most is like, how do you message people that you don't know? Or how do you message your cold market or warm market or friends on Facebook? And like one thing is like, don't be hard on yourself. You have to be patient. I've been giving value on my social media every single day for 5 years. And so if you're not, you know, do an audit on your social media. And if you don't feel like you're getting value, it's like we all have to start at day one. You know, 5 years ago, I decided that I was going to share value every day and never stop, no matter what, no matter if I was in network marketing or what business I was running. It's just something I committed to doing. So if you start that today and you just like make that commitment to give, share from your heart, give more than the generic, share what moves you, then I think that it's very easy to translate into conversations. So when I'm talking to somebody, you know, if they don't know me, the first thing they're probably going to do is do a scroll on my social media. And if I'm speaking their story or I'm sharing words that resonate with them or I'm sharing someone else's success story, I think that helps with the like online connection. And then like Hillary said, I assume the friendship. And if someone doesn't think they're going to be friends with me, I'm going to find a way to make them like me. And the way that I do that is I find something that I really dig about them, because people have a really hard time not liking someone that likes them. So yeah, and like some people are weirded out by like, you know, girls like messaging them and being friendly and like whatever. You can just move on because there's a lot of people like guys and girls that want more connection in their lives and are very friendly and like open to it. So I think the more just go for it and practice.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like it's like you just get better as you, and like for me, it's like sort of retraining myself because like I started social media, then I stopped, and now I'm like really wanting to learn how to get people I like legit don't know on Instagram, just people like I really like I have no clue who they are. But I think what really helps is like even if it's on your Facebook and you see someone that posts something and like you kind of like it or relate to it, like one, just giving a comment, but if they wrote something that really speaks to you, like sending them a message and being like, hey, like saw your message about how like you like struggled with blah, blah, blah. Like I used to have that too. Like, thank you so much for sharing that, helped me. Like it doesn't always have to be people reaching out to you, but if you're putting that out, so if you're sharing your struggles and kind of how we talked in the story posting, so your struggles and how it turned into strengths, you're going to get like a lot of responses. And like if you share about how like you've overcome like your haters, basically you're gonna get like Heather wrote this post this weekend. It got so much. Is she still here? No. Well, she's not here to have me brag about her post. She got a lot of traffic on it, and like she basically just talked about how she didn't care about what this mean asshole said about her on social media. You know? And so I think it's just being vulnerable and sharing. And a big thing also is, we kind of been over this a ton, but like, I get that all this, you guys, like sharing the product is cool, but you can't just show pictures of your ketone cup every day and you like, then it just looks like a walking advertisement. So I don't really incorporate ketones on my social media page right now. And that's like my own limiting beliefs that I'm like working with, but like Alexis does a really good job. If you guys want to watch how you would incorporate it. And Heather does a really good job. Like today she posted something saying like she went to Cycle Bar and she's like so amazed how much she could do with ketones as a pre-workout. Like you have to like touch and sprinkle on it, but you can't give, and this is also another thing, like you can't give your whole information on your page. You have to sort of give it to where people want to go and ask you. An example of a post, like I remember I reached out to Tiffany and I gave her this advice, and it's like advice that I would give all of you. If you're putting a picture of food and people ask for the recipe, do not comment, this is the recipe. Comment saying, I will PM you, then message them and say, hey, I'm so glad you liked my recipe. If you want it, it's in this group that I'm a part of that shows keto recipes. Like, would you like me to add you to it? And so then they have to go to the group to get it. And so like, you're not being rude or anything. You're just dragging them to where you want them to go. You don't want you want to make it like, you want a point of network marketing. And I guess this for me, what I really learned, because the last company I was in was a direct sales company. So basically you're always trying to get to the sale the quickest. And in network marketing, I feel like it's the opposite. You are trying to create as many opportunities for conversations as possible with your prospects. So it's like, you want them to see something on your page and then having to talk to you again, create a relationship with you so that you can add them to the group so that you can still keep on talking to them. And so then you have a relationship for when they want to buy something. You're not always just looking to churn like sales, basically.
Hillary, I did a good live tonight that I got so many messages. My inbox blew up after I did it. I just did 8 simple tips on small 2-millimeter shifts that you could do on your health. And my inbox blew up after I did it. And my call to action was, if you want to know more about the products I've incorporated in my life, that's changed my life. And I just mentioned a couple benefits of the product. And so many people like messaged me. I haven't even looked again, but after I did it, before I jumped on the call, my inbox blew up.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of what she's saying is like the biggest thing on social media is like, like, think about this. Like, I can explain this. Like, this is going to get so girly, but think about like when you like different guys, and if you're a guy listening to this and you like different girls, or if you're gay and you like someone of the same sex, if I'm being PC, like you always want to have an opportunity to find out more. Like if you went on a date and you found out everything about the person right away, like you wouldn't want to go on another date with them. Like you'd be bored. Like you want to go and find out more of them. So you want like a second date or a third date or a fourth date. And network marketing is like the same thing. So you don't want to give it up all at once at first. You want to like create mystery so they're interested more, basically.
Yes.
So I think like if people really want help on posting and social media, like we could later on do calls where we examine different people's, and could be like, if that's something you're interested in, we could take some of your posts and say like, this is what I would do to make it better. I don't know if that's something people would want to know. If you do, comment in the comment in the box saying, yes, I would want to know that, and we can do that one time. So, but yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing. I think that if really, because I watched Mindy do it, she really implemented it after we talked about it last week. I really encourage you guys to do the ATM thing. It's even worked for me with the random people I'm meeting on Instagram who I literally don't know. So it's like, I know it works because it's working for people who I legit don't know who they are. Like, they're not my friends. They're like not people I have anything in common with. They're just people I commented on their stuff and started talking to. So I really suggest for all of you, if you have prospects or people who you think would be interested, really drive them to the group and tag them in that video inside the group right there. And so if you do that, your business will grow. Like, it's really working. Can we add people to the group if we're not Facebook friends with? I mean, but I guess you could.
It doesn't let you.
But it doesn't, oh yeah, it doesn't let you if you're not friends with them. But I mean, I guess even for the people I'm on Instagram, I like tell them I'm going to add you as a friend so I can add you. Like, I wouldn't be adding people that I'm not friends with, I guess. Like, to me, that would feel weird. But, yeah, it's just like making friendships, you know? And if like you're in a place where you don't have as many friends, then literally make it a goal if you're in that prospecting thing, because if you want to have like $50,000, make it a goal. And not just where you add 10 friends on Facebook, make it a goal to make like 10 new legit conversation friends a day, you know? And that comes from what Alexis says, is like by posting consistently, giving a lot of value, engaging on other people's stuff. And the thing is you have to check the algorithms, because if it's the same people appearing on your wall over and over again, it must mean that they're good at social media. So one, maybe you should try to prospect them. Or two, if they're already building something and they're good, you might want to unfollow them and then like find other people to engage with. So they're not just taking up your time. Like, I have some good friends who are really good at network marketing and I love them, but I unfollow them because they would be on my page all day. Mm-hmm. Like, it's nothing personal. It's just like, I want to be able to see other stuff. So if you're seeing the same things, then unfollow them and start commenting on other people's things.
Yeah.
So I think that that's like I think the biggest thing also with this is like, it is a numbers game. It is a thing. And what's really going to help, and I'm wanting to get back into this and just being more organized, is just having tangible things of like, how many people you want to make, like if you're not showing them the video yet, how many new people do you want to make friends with so you can show them the video? Like, how many people, why is he saying, Mindy's commenting. Yeah, but how many new people do you want to expose, like through live events and stuff like that? And just focusing on your if you focus on how many exposures you have, then it's going to increase the return that you get. So I think that just focusing on those things. And so
Hillary, I'll add one thing. If everybody can find a community event to do once a month, it was so incredibly amazing. And I'm not a person to do events, but that was something that I'm going to incorporate to do, because it was so much fun. And it was just a couple of hours that will touch so many people, and it's going to bring so many people into my business. And it was at my gym.
Yeah, so I think that's all that, and it's just going out of your comfort zone and things like that. So I guess at the beginning of next month, we'll really do a mindset call basically to help everyone sort of tap in to like what their potential is, because I think that will really help everyone who's in this to like sort of align, and once they know their goals, you can move and take action on them. But since it's the end of the month, like you guys really just want to follow up. Like my biggest thing, what I'm focusing on is following up and continuing to make new relationships. So Alexis and I were talking about this, and what you do at the end of the year this year in the fourth quarter is really what's going to determine your business for next year. So it's just like what things you're building on, what relationships you're creating, what stuff, because it's like we want to prepare now, because if you think about it, for us, yes, it's only one option for us right now. Like, it's not the only thing. We're not a weight loss company, but a lot of people can have a lot of good side effects with this. January 1st is like the biggest month for our business. So it's like you want to be creating those relationships now, because then in January, like you have the opportunity to really start 2018 strong. So even if right now you're not the happiest or you don't know where you're really going, like take this time and like decide, okay, well, I'm gonna make 2018 awesome, and do what you need to do to get it to be awesome by then, like take this time and really take things to the next level. And really just feel free to reach out. Like, we're all here, for you. Like, don't feel like you have to have like 1 million people for Alexis or I to like take your call. Like, we're here to help you. And we want this for you. It's just like she said, all of you guys are leaders because you're showing up and you're still on this call. And that's the most important thing. And that's the biggest thing when like your team grows, is just like showing up, and like what you want people to do in your business, you have to do it first. So I really appreciate all of you guys taking the time to come out on this call. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and let's have a really good end of the month. And I'm excited to see everyone next week for the mindset call that we'll do for the first half of it.
Yay. And then tomorrow, if you earn the Power Prüver call, what time is that call again?
Oh, no. So if you earned it for September, it's the same time tomorrow. But also, like, we only have a few days, and not that many people have emailed me this month, but for the call in October. And so you need to have 3 customers on it. And like, it's a call that I really wouldn't want to miss. So this is like these, literally to get these 3 customers, if you don't have them, this is when I would start calling in your favors. Just because like the girl who's doing it, her name's Angel Fletcher, and she's made $2 million a year in network marketing, all via Facebook with cold market conversations. So like, if you haven't, this is when I would call people who are your friends and family and say, hey, I'm really trying to win this contest. Will you please buy a box for me? Not because I do think that the product's important, but it's like, I want as many of you guys to get on the call. Maybe I didn't amp up Angel enough throughout the month, but it's like it's a really, really special opportunity that we have, like, to be listening from her. So if you have people in your team who aren't here, who haven't gotten those, like, I would still message them and say, hey, like, I really want you to be on that call. Will you, like, let's do what we can do to get you those 3 customers this week.
Yes. Okay. And then what was I going to say? Yeah. So this is my little end of the year speech. So most of the world, most of America, especially during the last quarter, the last few months of the year, it's getting colder in most places. People are eating more. People aren't moving as much. So just keep that in mind and make a decision to not be like that during the last quarter. Make a decision to, when everyone is pressing snooze on their business and taking it easy and just like, oh, I'll just wait till the new year when everyone's ready to get in shape. Just make a decision to just like go full force, pedal to the metal with your business and with your exposures and how many people you're getting in front of the video. And I promise you, no matter what happens during the fourth quarter, when everyone wakes up on New Year's Eve, hungover, feeling like crap, 15 pounds overweight, and there's Tiffany in their timeline still drinking exogenous ketones, still pumped on life, who has a business and has like 100 more customers or whatever, you know, and is still like pushing those testimonies out and stuff. Guess who they're going to reach out to? They're going to reach out to Tiffany, not the person who stopped posting because they were, you know, eating turkey and pie and fell asleep and stopped working their business. So just make that decision, because this is the sixth year I think I've been in network marketing during this season, and it's the same thing every quarter. You know, everyone stops working out or working as hard. And so you really have a chance to capitalize it. But if you don't work during this quarter, you're not going to have anyone to follow up with or any seeds to nurture.
And also, it's like this is like going to sound bad, but a lot of people going into the season like are worried about, it's like Mindy said, most people gain 10 to 12 pounds. So they are worried about gaining that weight. And this isn't, because this is the only thing that's a weight loss. Like I have to repeat that a million times. This is not just a weight loss product. So this is not for everyone. But for those people that are, it's a really good opportunity to say, hey, like I have this amazing like supplement that curbs your appetite. Because like I feel like every year at my mom's house at Thanksgiving, I literally probably gain 10 pounds because I eat so much and my stomach hurts. And I always have to wear a dress because like I cannot fit into pants. That's how much I choose to eat. But now this year, it's like, I'm not going to have that because I don't get as hungry with ketones. Like I don't, you know? And so I think that's like a thing to sort of say to people who are nervous, but it's like, you have to have those conversations. And like, you know, if it's not with the people that you know, then really just taking advantage of social media. And then maybe if it's not from your own wall, like that's a reason why I really wanted people on Angel's training, is because she goes through Facebook groups and makes friends with people. So it's like, if you want to know how to do that, or you want people on your team to know how to go through groups and make friends, it's like you want to show up to learn how to do it. Like she's the best in the industry. Like, you know, so that's the thing what Alexis said is like what we really want to end on is just really finishing this year strong and not taking that break and still going and still being the team that people want to look at January 1st. And it's when they're wanting to get in their new year, new you. Well, for us, let's start our new year's like new us now. Like, what do we want 2018 to be? Like what, by the end of 2018, like we'll talk about that next time. Like what do you want to have visualized and happen for you in your life? And I think that's like a homework actually we should do right now. Before the call next week, everyone should write down 3 things that they want to happen in their life for them by the end of 2018. So whether it's their business, their personal life, with your kids, I don't know, like whatever, write that down and prepare that for our visualization exercise at the beginning of next month, the call. So, okay. Well, hope everyone enjoyed this and has a great night. Yeah. Okay.
That was great. Thank you guys for coming. Bye.